good morning. This is
Morning.
Shambhavi, and this is the Gifting Lounge, unwrapping the world of gifts. So, what
So,
is special during Ramadan this year? We are looking at gold dipped date boxes. We are looking at saffron infused with honey kits. Isn't that amazing? But this is not enough. There are so many things which people need to consider when they are in the business of gifting, particularly during Ramadan. Does the customer behavior change? Do we see different patterns? People are getting up early, people are up late, their food times are different. There are so many different things which one has to consider. So let us today talk to some of my beautiful, wonderful friends and experts in their area who are going to share their gifting business with you, as well as share about trends which they are seeing this Ramadan and as compared to the previous years. So I'm just going to bring them on stage. Welcome here today. Thank you, Dinta, for being here. Thank you, Shephali from Unwind by Sheph, Dinta's Terra Mystique, Radhika, Art Splash Store. Thank you so much, ladies, for spending your Sunday morning with me here. How are you doing? Let's start with Dinta. Dinta, how are you doing today? And tell us a little bit about how this Ramadan has been.
Hi, good morning to all, and I would like to thank Dr. Shambhavi for this wonderful opportunity. My name is Dinta, and with the brand name Terra Mystic. And Ramadan has been so wonderful this time because me being into gifting, it's been 1 year almost. So Ramadan has been a wonderful time for me to start the gifting solutions for the wonderful clients. And me into sustainable gifting, it's quite a little more exciting to do gifting, giving sustainable solutions or sustainable ways of gifting.
Fantastic.
So
Sustainability is such an
this is how.
important component. And I'm going to ask Shefali. Shefali, how are you doing this Ramadan? Tell me that a little bit, please.
oh, this is just an awesome month because, this is a month of giving, and people do believe in so much of gifting. And not only gifting, but even otherwise, they just like to, and as you're aware that I make organic soy wax scented candles. And for me, this and there are lots and lots of fragrances, but oud is the best seller at this point of time. People just love it. Then the musk candle, they just love it. And I have been really busy. So it's been a busy month for me when it
Wonderful.
comes
And
to
I'm going, wonderful. I'm
when
going
it,
to come back to you asking you more details. And Radhika, what have you been doing this Ramadan?
Okay, so good morning, everyone. So for this Ramadan, I've been making a lot of frames, especially the Quran frames, Quran themed bookmarks. I'm making some customized tray for people with Quran verses. So these days, the trend is customization, as we all know. So, it's Quranic verses marking the, blessings of the holy season that people want to give to their families and friends. That's been the highlight. And I have been adding, these resin frames to my other gifts like, date boxes and such, like making an assortment of different gifts as a hamper.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to be in the season of Ramadan. And as I was just reading up before we came into the session, the fact that it is winter, those things also have an impact. And we'll talk more about that. And also the fact that the pattern of people, whether it's office hours or whether it is the markets which are specially set up for this, we'll come to all of that. But before that, I would like to start a little bit with Shefali. Would you like to share your entrepreneurial journey and the why of Unwind by Sheph? How old is the company? And tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you have evolved in this.
okay, to talk about me, I'm an economist by education, and I've been in a journey of from a corporate, like I was working with chambers of commerce way back in India, then got into something like teaching, that education sector, and up until COVID, till the end of COVID, I was into that, and in a, I would say, more of a role which was of an HOD, the head of the department. But COVID somehow just took away the passion. And one fine day, I realized this is not what I want to do. I want to do something which is more creative, something which is more, which gives me more satisfaction.
Right.
So for almost about 8 months, I literally took a sabbatical, did a lot of travel, and one fine day, I realized that this is something I wanted to do because two of my niece, they really got me into it, and
Thank
that's when I learned and I started. It's been now 2 years, and I have really evolved. I see my first candle, and I see the candles that I make now because I do it all by myself. So I feel really, really proud, and it's creating every day. It's creating every day.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Dr. Dinta, I'm going to ask you the next question. Though my doctor comes from being an academician, where does your doctor come from? Tell us a little bit about that. And then your journey. I've been watching your posts about sustainability and coconut shell. Tell us a little bit more about those, please.
Yes, yes. My profession is a dentist. My doctor comes from the dentist. So for me, it's a transition of after like how Shefali had told, like the COVID has changed, the passion towards. I have never even thought of starting a business or being an entrepreneur in my life ever. My thought was always to set up a clinic to just settle in that way as a dentist itself. So always during the COVID, the love of nature started. Then there are a lot of solutions to sustainability. So I would tell the love of nature started from during the COVID, but as an entrepreneur, my business started in the beginning of 2024. It's been 1 year and 3 months now. So it's like a baby company for me. So for me, it's we are just not we are not being responsible by saving the nature. There are a lot of solutions. There are a lot of things that we as people can be done, but we are trying to bring unique and innovative products to the people so that they get connected to the nature, so that everybody loves nature, so they feel peace when we go to the nature. So there are a lot of things that the nature gives back to us through different products. So we recycle the products through the coconut shell pots, which is being, the coconut shells are being discarded after use. There are different products that can be made from the coconut. So in the same way, cork planters, because none of the trees are being cut down. We just have to take the bark of the tree, and the tree itself will, grow its bark by its own. So there are
Mm.
different products that can be, the nature is giving to us so that we can create these. And so in their spaces, in our own home or our offices, we can have a little nature inside our home or in our office space. So that's how it all started.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yes, from a dental point of view to coconut shell, especially what you're talking about, it's amazing. Radhika, I'm going to ask you the next question, please. I met you and I always knew you as the creative person that you are. And so are you more of a creator or are you more of an entrepreneur? Tell us a little bit about the Art Splash store, please.
Yes. So yeah, like Shefali and Dinta mentioned, my journey started as a finance professional. So I've been into finance, financial services, like working with derivatives, equities, and all that until 2020, when COVID had given us a lot of time in hand to do different things, and that's when I set up my Instagram account, and I saw what a lot of people were doing in terms of art. And I started with mandalas, and soon I learned resin, all these nice things on Instagram. And that's how I was a creator until we realized that there was a gap in this market where, good quality of art supplies, which is especially for art, like the Indian artists living here, was missing. And that is when we started this journey of selling art and craft supplies here and doing arts and crafts workshops, art events. So through this whole journey of mine, I have trained a lot of women who have now started their own, gifting business and crafting business. So I'm happy about that. And this whole thing has been a little new for me, coming from just doing a 9 to 5 job, not networking with anyone other than someone at work, has been very different. So now I see myself as both a creator and an entrepreneur, because as an entrepreneur, you're constantly out there promoting yourself. And as a creator, you have to come up with new things every other time to post on your page and connect with your audience. So it's a double challenge.
So, two things which have changed our life. One was COVID, and I can see that all of us have that in common, that COVID gave us time for reflection. The second is, of course, social media. But I'm on Dinta's team for this, and I'm going to ask Radhika and Shefali, do you people have an unfair advantage because you know financials better than what others do? Is that something? Shefali, you're an economist. Radhika, your financials. Do you do your financials better? Are we little poor at it? Tell
Yes,
me
I
now.
See, at the end of the day, everyone uses Zoho, Xbooks, and everything, and things are so streamlined. And or nothing else, we hire an accountant. You know, so
Shefali, what about you? What about the insights that you want to give, that being an economist, how things, economically, everything is like related to the
economically it is so different, but when it comes to your entrepreneurial journey, believe me, I'm really, really bad at it. I am bad at it. I don't really keep my accounts the way I should, but now I'm getting there because you always learn the hard way. Because you forget where the sales came from, where did this money come from, or where did that money go. One needs to make an account of it. Now I have started to do that, and I'm getting better. So my journey to being an economist was, I would say, more about book and
very
uh, and imparting it to students
right.
than to use it to my own self.
Right. Dr. Dinta, who helps you with your finances and balancing your books? How do you manage?
I try to manage by myself. Initially, my husband, he used to help me because he's an analyst. So he tries to help me, how to do it. Then my father, he's also a business person, but he also helps me as how to do it. He always tells me to keep a track. My husband always keeps telling me to keep a track on what the sales, what from where did I purchase and everything. So it's also still a learning journey for me. I still forget also, but still, I through the purchase, or I always keep the invoices and the bills or the sales bills and all with me. So I keep a track on it. Still a learning phase for me now.
Amazing. And I want to say some other things, but before that, I want to acknowledge the people who are watching online or who are going to watch us later. Those who are watching online, please put in some comments there, and I would love to highlight, and we would love to thank you for being here. And for those who are going to watch this later, please post your comments. And if there are any queries, anything you want to know, we are here to support, not just in part of gifting, but also as entrepreneurs, as people who would like to give some guidance to the new ones who are coming, because it's all about collaboration, and there is a place for everybody because everyone has their own niche. And I'm going to ask Shefali this question. Shefali, what is your niche in the candle making? Please, could you highlight that a little bit and talk to us about it?
Shambhavi, could you please come back again? I'm
So
sorry.
what is
I'm
your niche? What is your specialty in your candles? I know
okay.
you've got soy wax. Tell us a little bit about your process. What do you do? How do you research? Tell us a little bit about that.
See, the economist, which is the research has been my forte, so that doesn't go away anywhere. So I keep on researching. I keep researching on what fragrance to use during which season, which fragrance, and I have now, out of research, started curating my own fragrances. So I make, like, for example, I make one fragrance, which is my candle, which is called Indian Summer. So which has, patchouli, which has some vanilla, which has the mixture of a white rose and the Indian rose. and it has an Australian sandalwood.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So so every day, like, I try and curate a new fragrance. I try and test before it comes into the market, and that's my niche. And I decorate each and every candle of mine with real pressed flowers, which, and now even with semi precious stones, which remain with you. They just sink in, they don't burn out. And of
Understood.
course, I also believe in, when we talk about sustainability, I also believe in that any, you want a refill to be done, I always try and do that, because somewhere down the line we are trying to help the nature. That's what we want to do.
Wonderful. Radhika, I'm going to ask you the next question, which is regarding your business as such, and the fact that you said you used the word Instagram, and you said that Instagram motivated you. For me, I always thought that Instagram is just something where you just look and you follow people, but for learning, I have not ever thought of it as a serious forum. Please tell us a little bit more about your Instagram journey and what are the kind of workshops which you undertook? How did you upskill yourself to be able to provide this and kind of facilitate other workshops? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so of course, I would credit my learning journey to Instagram because so when I just started, I was just following a few people and I knew a handful of things. And soon, it just comes up like the feeds, the algorithm pushes a lot of posts to your account whereby you start to see new things. And when you start to see new things, I just contacted those people who were offering the workshops, for instance, for learning Madhubani and Pichwai. I had contacted the, Indian folk artists
Mm.
back in India, who offered me lessons. They were originally from either Bihar and one from Rajasthan. So, like that. And then even for resin. So, I had trained through people whom I contacted through Instagram. So there, for me, Instagram served as a single most source to contact people. Because although we have LinkedIn, but there is a certain there are people who are solely doing their running their business through Instagram, through popularizing themselves through Instagram. So it was a wonderful place to get connected to many people.
I
And
think
yeah, so for all these workshops, so workshops were serving as a uh, nice place for you to reach your audience. First, the only motivation for me to start workshops were to find people who could even buy the craft supplies ultimately.
mm,
But sooner it was more of connecting people, people just coming together for meetups. There were people who used to tell me that we just want to, instead of watching TV on a Saturday afternoon, I want to come and do something creative. So that, and there were people who wanted to learn this because a lot of empty nesters come, and when the children leave, they want to find a way to engage themselves creatively and also start something new. Most of us at 40 or 50, we start something new. That has
yes.
been the general push for women. So that's how they have transformed their journey. So yeah, so my upskilling has been basically through learning from different people from different backgrounds, and also from art therapy and different things, which has been mostly online because I've not physically gone to many places to learn this.
That's, I think that's what technology helped us with, is being able to kind of meet people online and connect, and I'm very like, it's a big insight that Instagram, your journey has been very kind of, I think many people can take ideas and inspiration from that. And I'm going to ask Nita, what has been your go-to social media, or what has been your path? And I know you're still a young baby because it's about 15 months old. But I would like to ask you, what has your journey been like in terms of social media? How have you leveraged it?
Yes. For me, social media still, for example, in Instagram itself, for me, it was through my daughter. During the
Mm,
COVID times, we didn't have anything else other than Instagram. Because I'm not too much into TikTok. I couldn't understand how TikTok works. Still now I don't know. So my little daughter, she likes, at that time she was 4 years old. So we wanted to start a page for her and do Instagram videos, little videos for her. And that's how I learned Instagram through the time of 3 years. Then I had a baking also in between. So I used to post in my Instagram page also. So that's how I learned the different techniques is how we can boost the post. We can reach different audience. What are the hashtags being used so that we reach the right audiences. So that journey had been, I learned Instagram during the COVID times itself through my daughter's videos,
Nice. So
doing
actually,
posting it,
Instagram
learning it,
still
and then
baffles me.
gradually I came.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really, yeah. So for
So
me, at that time, by the time when I started up my brand, it was a little more easier for me to understand it. And also, as Radhika had mentioned, like we can reach out to the customers because there are a lot of people where we can, showcase our brand through Instagram, or also if we want a particular help from a particular brand, we through different ideas, we can even, discuss through Instagram itself as how what is the solution for it. So it's a great platform actually. Instagram has really helped us.
wonderful. It's so nice to hear about this. And the last thing I expected was this is going to become a learning in Instagram algorithms and trying to understand how it works. And it's really amazing. So great. And one thing which I want to say is one, like I said, COVID actually changed all of us. And the second thing is we also now, thanks to the government, have licenses which are affordable, and we have more flexibility, especially for the creative people. So I think that has been a very big motivator in this particular market. And we are already actually 22 minutes into this session. So very quick round of, I'm going to ask you, what is your vision for the future? And what are you looking at in 2025 and further up? What are you looking? Let's start with you, Radhika. What are you looking at in the next few years to come by for Art Splash Store and for yourself as a person?
Yes, so I'm expecting more growth, and I'm trying to uh, elevate the experience of workshops, like having a space which is into, as a serves as a cafe plus art, where people can come dine in and do some art and go, which has been very trendy these days. So I'm looking at something like that, and also to expand my portfolio to many more things, and or maybe to create a niche and work only on that niche. So currently at the moment I am doing a lot of things, so I just want to cut down on that and just focus on one aspect. So maybe that's what I am thinking, that
Great.
should be the goal.
And when you have your cafe, we are going to have Shephali's candles and Dinta's coconut shell
Yeah.
and some of my work too. We are going to look at that. And if anyone is interested in investing or has a place to offer, Radhika, please go ahead and give her a shout right now. Shephali, what is it for you? What does the future look like? And your candles are absolutely addictive, and you know that you're very well.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit more about, the personalization part, which is again something which you are delving into. But tell us a little bit more about what do you want? How do you visualize Unwind by Sheph?
I want every household to light up my moments by using the Unwind candles. Each and every household,
Amen.
each and every spa must have my calm candle, which is very relaxing when it comes to spa. But at the same time, as of now, like I do a few pop-ups and mostly online, Instagram, yes, and Facebook, through which I get quite a few of my orders. I would like to have a store of my own. That's something I'm looking. I would want to, but yes, there is a long way to go. There is a long way to go, but that's something I would like to start my own distribution when it comes to candle making.
Lovely. So
So
today we are going to manifest. We are going to manifest all of that for
yes,
all of us. Dinta, what does future look like to you? What do you want to get more into and specialize in, upskill, whatever? What do you want to do?
First of all, I would like to, people accept the sustainability. So, through sustainable kind of products, because still people think that sustainability is a niche, but actually it's not a niche. It's a necessity right now.
Yes.
So educating them, making them understand is something which I'm looking forward, and also I'm working on a particular product right now. So I'm looking forward. I upskill myself in that product. I understand much more about it. So it's like it's just not green living that people should follow, but also brilliantly living into sustainability. So I'm looking forward for that. So that's how we're looking into it.
Thank you so much, ladies. It's been an amazing conversation, an amazing morning, and I've learned so much from you. I'm going to thank you now. And any last words, anything you want to say to your audience, apart from coming to your place, looking at your Insta, looking at your socials, and meeting? Anything you want to say very quickly? Dinta, start.
I'd like, okay, sorry. Denta can
Yeah,
start.
You can
okay.
you can you
Anything
can
is okay. Go ahead, Shefali, go ahead.
I would just say that just light any candle that you want, but not paraffin. But not paraffin, because that's not good for your health. They are carcinogenic. They are made out of petroleum waste. That's something we can do when it comes to health. And that's why I went into soy wax candles, because my daughter was, when she would get up in the morning, because I love candles, she would come, get up with a little bit of wheezing. And we started eliminating, and we realized we were burning the paraffin candles. And the researcher in me got into action. So that's my last words. Do not use paraffin candles. Yes, they are cheap when it comes to
Yes.
pricing. They're cheap when it comes to pricing, but health comes first.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Radhika?
My message to anyone, the audience who's listening, is that please shop local. We have amazing providers. I'm not saying I'm the only one. There are many, but reach out to people who are producing, making things in your geography, rather than just comparing and buying things from outside of the country where you don't. I mean, you may be a resident of that country, but wherever you're living, just shop local. So
That's such a
that's what's
wonderful,
I think one big crunch in this industry that I'm currently facing.
such a
So
wonderful message. Thank you so much for that. Dr. Dinta, anything from your side?
As we are into the topic itself is about gifting. So I would love to, tell to the audience that go for sustainable gifting, because you're not only gifting your loved ones, but you are gifting two-person. One is your loved ones, and you're gifting to your mother nature. So I would
Right.
always recommend everyone to go for sustainable gifting. Let it be the packaging, let it be the product inside. There should be no waste in which is harming the nature. So have the love to the nature, just like how you create the kind of bond with the nature. So,
Thank, thank you so much. Thank you so much for audience for watching this. And I'm so grateful. We have such lovely messages. Shop local. Look at the ingredients. Be sustainable. All our speakers here today had so much information to share. And what I want to say from my side is, you are in the business of gifting, follow your customer's journey and see what are they doing at what particular time, when is the best time to reach out to them, and what is the best method which they prefer. So do some research from your side, ask them questions, they'll give you feedback, and they'll also be happy to be your customers, as happy customers and satisfied ones. So thank you very much everybody for being here this morning, and it's bye from Gifting Lounge for